malapit na akong uminit ng ulo. I will move to cite you in contempt for not obeying our rules.
Again, sorry for that, Mr. Chair.
Kami nga tahimik na tahimik dito. Inaantay namin yung permission ng chairman. Ikaw naman, resource person dito. Daldal ka ng daldal.
Okay. Before we proceed, the chair recognizes the Honorable Busita of One Rider. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagpunta. Okay. So, we now proceed. We now have their presence, the anchor of the program. This is, can you please introduce yourselves? Laban kasama Bambayan. Pwede po papakilala po kayo.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. I am Lorraine Marie Tibadoy, an anchor of the Laban Kasama ng Bayan.
Anis Soday.
Sir?
Yung kasama po.
Okay.
Magandang hapon po sa mga kagalang-galang na kasapi ng Kongreso at sa komitibang ito. Ako po si Jeffrey K. Eric Celis, co-anchor po sa programa ng SMNI na Laban Kasamang Bayan.
Maraming salamat kasi kanina pa kayo gusto ko usapin na maraming pong katanungan ang ating vice chair ng committee at ang ating deputy majority leader. We can now go to the second round of questioning.
Mr.
Yes,
Chair,
yes.
with your permission, I think we have a resource person from MTRCB who had just arrived.
Is MTRCB present? Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
And
Dito si
and be-
Attorney Pareha is here. Attorney, welcome ho sa inyong presensya ho dito.
Good afternoon, sir.
can I just request, Mr. Chair, that the new resource person that arrived, can they please be administer their oath?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Can we ask Attorney Pareha and the two anchors to please rise? And may I direct the COMSEC to administer the oath?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth before this congressional inquiry, so help you God? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. The Honorable Vice Chair, Johnny Pimentel.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
Ano po yun?
Can I request the two anchor to sit besides,
Di na po, dyan na po sila.
so we can...
Okay lang ho. Dyan na ho sila para ho, kasi may mga nakaupo ho dyan yata. Yes, the Honorable Pimentel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We would like to thank Ka Eric and Yusik Lorraine for answering our request to attend this hearing. Alam na po ninyo siguro bakit na we are conducting this inquiry. It is with regards to your program wherein you alleged na gumastos po ang Kongreso ng 1.8 billion pesos sa traveling expenses. Now, we're also here to determine whether SMNI is liable with regards to the violation of Section 4 of the franchise, disseminating unverified news. Ngayon, tinanong po natin, Mr. Chair, kanina sa mga legal counsel ng SMNI regarding this program at saka yung mga statements ng dalawang anchor persons, but unfortunately, they were not in a position to answer our questions. So, nandito na po yung dalawang anchor person. Tanungin ko po kayo, sino po yung nagsabi na merong 1.8 billion pesos na ginastos ang Kongreso para sa traveling expenses, Mr. Chair?
May I request the honorable committee members and the chairman to allow me to answer about the
Yes.
question. Ako po yung nagsabi sa forma ng pagtatanong mula po sa dalawang pinanggalingang impormasyon na pumasok po sa amin, particularly sa akin. And hindi po yung buong Kongreso ang tinutumbok ng pagtatanong na yon, kung hindi ang Office of the Speaker ni Speaker Martin Romualdez. So to give context to that, ini-interview po namin si former Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission Chairperson Greco Belica tungkol po sa 1.1 billion na allegation sa travel expenses ni Secretary Loizaga ng DENR. Live via Zoom siya. And then pumasok po yung unang impormasyon. Yung isang impormasyon ay unlisted number sa cellphone ko. Yung isa po ay kilala ko na source. At dati ko na po siyang nakakausap nung ako po ay nasa National Operations Command ng NPA. So matagal ko na siyang kilala at nagbibigay siya ng mga impormasyon noon nung ako ay aktibo pa sa NPA. So nagtutugma yung kanilang pagtatanong. Ka-Eric kindly ask the resource persons, former Secretary Greco Belica, kung totoo ba na may 1.8 billion na umabot na expenses si Speaker Martin Romualdez from the travel. So ako po yung unang nagbungad niyan habang ini-interview namin si Secretary Greco Belica. At ang source ko po, ang isa ay unlisted number sa text message pero tumugma po doon sa isang source na kilala ko. And yun po ang dahilan kung bakit kami nagbungad noon without any intent of malice or imputing any sign of disrespect to the Speaker of the House because it is we presume it is part of our editorial authority and policy as well to open questions pertaining to public interest issues. And sinabi namin na sana magpaliwanag ito si Speaker Martin Romualdez or ang House of Representatives as a matter of our obligation under the editorial authority provided by SMNI sa mga anchors.
Mr. Chair, Eric, when you delivered your statement, you presumed that your source was correct. Kayo po ba ay naniniwala na may 1.8 billion pesos na ginastos ang Kongreso para sa travel expenses?
Your Honor, kung naniniwala pa ako outright, hindi ibig sabihin affirmative ka agad ang posisyon ko. Yung tono po ng pag-deliver sa buong konteksto ng programa ay pagtatanong, clarification, because we want to clarify matters of public interest that are so serious, like the information na ibinahagi po sa amin. So wala po kaming conclusion doon.
Alam, Mr. Chair, may we know sino po ang source ninyo?
May I request Your Honor to refer to the legal advice of the legal team from the SMNI.
I don't think, Mr. Chair, I have to refer to the legal counsel. Kayo po ang tinatanong ko, Eric. Sino po ba ang source ninyo? Remember that you are under oath.
Yes.
And under our house rules, if you cannot answer my question truthfully, we can cite you for contempt and we can detain you. So again, let me ask you again, Mr. Chair, sino po bang source ninyo?
Again, may I request Your Honor to be guided properly on my legal rights and on my legal basis and foundation to appropriately answer the question of the Honorable Congressman so that I will be protected also of my constitutional and legal rights before I give the answer to a very sensitive request from the Honorable Congressman.
Mr. Chair, may I...
Yes, Honorable Franz Castro.
Kasi Mr. Chair, yung ating dalawang lawyer dito, they are corporate lawyers. And they are not lawyer of individual anchor. So yun po ang sabi nila.
Alam po ninyo, bago po kayo dumating, kakaroon ko lang po yung sabi ni Congressman, ni Kong Castro. Kanina po, tinatanong po namin yung kayo. Ang sagot po nila, hindi kami diyan dito para depensahan ang mga anchor namin. Andito kami for SMNI. Ergo, wala po silang sinasabi na wala silang otoridad na depensahan kayo. That's why, transversely, now that we're asking you, and they already manifested under oath that they cannot, they're not here to defend you or to even assist you. Therefore, we're asking, and we will have to be very clear that the question of the Honorable Pimentel should be answered directly by you.
Mr. Chair.
Kasi po, pinag-usapan po natin klaro naman ho kayo kanina, 3 beses kami nagtanong sa inyo
Yes,
Diba,
Mr. Chair.
3 beses mo kasi, hanapin natin sa transcript, andyan yan.
Yes.
Hindi ko kami nandito para depensa ng mga anchor namin. Katunayan, may disclaimer nga kami dyan eh. Kung ano sabihin nila, wala kaming pakialam. Ganyan siya sabi nyo kanina eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh,
That's our answer, Mr.
that's right.
Chair.
Now that we've said that,
Can I
we cannot entertain that request because you manifested that earlier.
but for purposes of due
Mr.
process,
Chair. Again,
Donald
uulitin
Bracco.
ko, malapit na akong uminit ang ulo. I will move to cite you in contempt for not obeying our rules.
again, sorry for that, Mr. Chair.
Kami nga na tahimik dito. Inaantay namin yung permission ng chairman.
Oo.
Ikaw naman, resource person dito. Daldal ka ng daldal.
Thank you, the Honorable.
I'd like to apologize
Ako.
for that, Mr. Chair.
Yes. So now, please answer the question of the Honorable Pimentel.
Mr. Chair, again, may I ask Ka-Eric, sino po bang source ninyo dito sa sinasabi ninyong gumastos ang Kongreso ng 1.8 billion pesos para sa traveling expenses?
Your Honor, if I may respectfully be allowed to request the honorable body, this committee, since the question, I think, borders to my right about the protection of my source, as well as to my constitutional right, may I humbly request the committee, are my constitutional rights suspended in this committee hearing? Because it is my right, I believe, to have a legal advice on sensitive matters that require for me to be protected by my constitutional right. So, without offense meant to the honorable members of this committee, may I be allowed to exercise the constitutional right for me to have a counsel to properly advise me on legally sensitive question, which I believe may deem into the encroachment of my fundamental constitutional guarantee of rights in the Constitution.
May I go to Attorney Soplico? Pwede ba ikaw sumagot nito?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Are you aware of Section 4 of Republic Act 11422?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And what is the title of that?
The
Section
title
4?
is Responsibility to the Public.
No,
Your Honor.
responsibility to the public. Whose responsibility is it talking about?
Well, it talks about the grantees' responsibility, Your Honor.
Yes. And there is an enumeration under Section 4 of the responsibilities of the grantee, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, may I know, if I heard it right, SMNI does not have a separate personality from the owner of the or the grantee.
Your Honor, the grantee is Swarasug.
Yan na nga. That's
The,
precisely my question.
Swarasug.
SMNI does not have a separate personality, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Why? Because it's not a corporation, as stated by Attorney Mark a while ago. Pero palagi niyong ginagamit yung term na SMNI. Ang sabi rin kanina, mahirap i-pronounce yung pangalan ng corporation. Yung nasagot kanina eh. I have been listening intently a while ago. Now, in the enumeration of the responsibility to the public of the grantee, which is the
Swarasug.
Swarsum. Yes.
Your Honor.
Meron po kayong responsibility over and above the things being done in your station. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And therefore, nagulat ako kanina nung sinabi ni Attorney na just because of a disclaimer, mawawalan na ng responsibility yung grantee. When in fact, the law enumerates its responsibility to the public. Would you agree?
Your Honor, we explained earlier that
I'm not asking for an explanation. I'm asking for an answer, yes or no. Would you agree?
Well, Your Honor, yes, Your Honor. There are enumerations here in Section 4, which pertains to the grantee's responsibility, Your Honor.
Yes. And would you agree with me also that if we follow these responsibilities enumerated by law, you have also a certain kind of degree. Kasi narinig ko sa ito, attorney, Rolex, na meron degree of independence yung inyong mga anchor. Now, if they have a degree of independence, the network has also a degree of control over them. Would that be correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And therefore, for any misdemeanor or any violation of law or any violation of the provision of your franchise, you will suffer the consequences.
Well,
Why? Because
to a certain degree,
you
yes,
are
Your Honor.
responsible.
Yes, Your Honor, to a certain degree. But let me point out, Your Honor.
I'm not asking for your explanation, Attorney Rolex. I'm just asking for a yes or no.
Let me qualify my answer, Your Honor.
I'll give you that privilege, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
of the
Your Honor, these are anchors. They exercise, as said earlier, a certain degree of independence from the grantee of the franchise, Suarasog. We cannot tell them what to say. We cannot tell them how to ask a question, when to ask the question, or even who to invite to their programs, Your Honor. Beforehand, they were told that they have to follow certain policies. And in fact, in their contract of service, Your Honor, there is stipulated here: refrain from performing any act or conduct that may tend to tarnish the good reputation of SSMC, that's Warasog, and put it in a bad light, or that may be prejudicial to SSMC's interests.
Mr. Chair, with your
So-
indulgence, Attorney Rolex, hindi naman po nila sinunod yung iyong admonition eh. Now, if they did not follow your admonition, sino po ang responsable? Kasi yun ang gusto kong malaman eh, kaninong responsibilidad?
Your Honor, we have started an internal investigation on this.
I'm not asking whether you have started an internal investigation or not. Nawawala ako sa thread of questioning ko pag ginaganon mo ako, Rolex eh.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
We're in the same league.
I know, Your Honor.
Yeah. So, gusto kong malaman na may inaamin nyo kanina, may responsibilidad kayo. Di ba? Sabi mo, meron kayong sinabi sa kanila, but they did not follow it.
Well, Your Honor, mahirap kasi sabihan ang anchor kung anong ang kanyang itanong na question, kung kailan niya itanong, kung paano niya itanong. We cannot do that. In the same manner, kung may guest sila, hindi naman namin magsabihan kung sino ang kanilang iimbitahin. Kung ano ang itatanong nila doon sa guest nila. Mahirap eh.
I know it's hard, but that's your responsibility. It's embodied under Section 4 of your franchise law. Otherwise, we will move for the revocation of your franchise if you cannot follow it.
Your Honor, there are maybe degrees of our violation. Maybe I would admit that we may have.
I'm just following your logic, Juan. Rolex. Sige.
Well, Your Honor, as I said, we may touch on press freedom here. And I don't want to touch on that.
Pagtalo sa general principles. Pares naman tayo abogado eh.
I'm Your Honor.
Oo. Huwag na tayo magtalo doon. We know for a fact that press freedom is not absolute.
Yes, but
Would you
Your Honor,
agree with me?
but Your Honor, but to
The
tell
only thing absolute is the freedom to believe. You can kneel in front of a post and worship it. That's your right. It's absolute.
But with due respect, Your Honor, to tell an anchor how to ask a question, when to ask a question, how to phrase a question, that is, to my mind, Your Honor, a violation of press freedom. The anchor enjoys a certain degree, Your Honor.
You should not do that if you think it is a violation of press freedom. But that is your responsibility as a franchisee holder.
That's why,
They should not violate the law.
Your Honor, we called your attention and we have started an internal investigation.
I do not want to debate already with my underclass in the Philippine Military Academy.
I'm sorry, Your
So,
Honor.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, proceed.
Thank you.
Are you done, Honorable Akop?
Thank you, Your Honor.